How does childhood today differ from the past?
The most glaring shift, in my opinion, is the transition from a free range upbringing to a highly structured and supervised childhood. While previous generations had the autonomy to roam their neighborhoods until dusk, today's youth often have their schedules packed to the brim with organized activities. For instance, children now have unprecedented access to digital learning tools, but this often comes at the expense of the unstructured play that builds natural resilience. That being said, modern children are arguably safer and more globally aware than their predecessors, which is a significant trade-off.
What factors influence a child's development?
I'd argue that the home environment is the primary filter through which all other developmental factors are processed. A stable household provides a secure base, which gives a child the cognitive breathing room to explore the world and handle external challenges. Even the most prestigious school can only do so much if a child's foundational needs for safety and attachment aren't being met at home. Of course, as children enter adolescence, the influence of their peer group starts to rival that of the family, often shaping their social identity more directly.
Should children have structured activities or free play?
It isn't a matter of one being superior, it's about striking a chord between disciplined growth and unfettered imagination. Structured pursuits teach grit and teamwork, but unstructured play is the seedbed of creativity, where kids learn to negotiate the world on their own terms. A child who only follows an adult-led schedule might struggle with spontaneous problem-solving when they finally face a situation without a script. Ultimately, a complete lack of structure can be just as detrimental, leading to a sense of being rudderless without any clear goals.
How important are family values for children?
I see family values as a sort of internal compass that guides a child's decision-making long after they've left the nest. These aren't just abstract concepts, they are the unspoken curriculum of daily life, absorbed through observing how parents handle conflict or success. Whether a parent owns up to a mistake or shifts the blame teaches a child more about integrity than any lecture ever could. Mind you, children will inevitably reinterpret these values as they mature, but having that initial anchor is vital for their moral development.
What role do schools play in child development?
Schools act as a microcosm of society, serving as the first real testing ground for a child's social and emotional skills. While academic instruction is the core mission, the soft skills, like navigating peer friction or advocating for oneself, are just as essential for long-term success. It's in the classroom and the playground where kids first learn to operate within a diverse community of personalities outside their family circle. However, we must be careful not to treat schools as knowledge factories that ignore a child's individual psychological well-being.
How can we ensure children grow up happy?
I think we often conflate happiness with a lack of struggle, when true contentment actually comes from feeling connected and capable. A child who is loved unconditionally and given age-appropriate challenges to overcome develops a sturdy sense of self that can weather life's ups and downs. Instead of shielding them from every discomfort, we should provide the emotional bedrock that allows them to find their feet after a failure. That said, happiness is also influenced by systemic factors, like economic stability, so individual effort is only one part of the equation.